Holopainen, welcome to Russia, welcome to Moscow, and thank you so much for this interview to Kinopoisk.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Talking about this movie, you once said that it embraces the atmosphere of artworks by David Lynch, Neil Gaiman and Cirque du Soleil. So, which projects and people, how they inspired you to create your own movie?
Inspiration and influence is a kind of tricky thing because it's not like you see a film or read a book or go to Cirque du Soleil and immediately want to put that thing into your own art. It's like you absorb it all in, you feel really inspired by it, you enjoy it a lot, and after some time it comes out and you realize that, okay, this film looks a lot like David Lynch film, it looks a little bit like Tim Burton. Why is that? Well, because I really enjoy those films. So naturally you want to do something similar. The idea for the actual storyline came from the director. What I originally had in mind was something completely different. We wanted to do 12, 13 separate music videos without any dialogue. That was the original idea. And we wanted Mr. Stobe Harju to direct all of those videos because we knew each other and we knew his visual style would fit us perfectly. But then he told us that, this is going to take a lot of money, so you can actually do a full-length film with the same amount of money. So what if I keep your original 12 ideas and write the script around those ideas? And I said, okay, you can try that. So the actual storyline with the old man in his hospital bed, the young kid, the snowman, it all came from him. First 2 years we were just trying to find a finance because it's a special effects based movie. It's gonna take a lot of money and it was quite tricky to find the finance and the sponsors and the production companies who would buy into this idea because we're still talking about a marginal film, a band movie, and all the band movies have a terrible reputation throughout history. Maybe all of them except The Wall by Pink Floyd. So it took quite a bit of convincing that this is a thing worth doing. But once things started rolling, then it went pretty smoothly.
What was the particular style that attracted you in this director?
We just really enjoy the way he deals with fantasy, like weird, surreal kind of stuff. There's a lot of steampunk in what he does. There's quite a bit of Disney as well. We just share the same interests when it comes to art, films, books. And with this film we just wanted to celebrate the possibility of human mind, imagination, and the celebration of life. That's what it's all about.
Could you tell about your impressions of being an actor, being a film producer?
I thought music industry was a circus, was a hassle, but this is 10 times that. So it's really complicated, and luckily we had people around us who knew what to do, so we were more or less puppets. We provided the idea for the film and the music, but after that we let the big boys handle it all.
As for this film, what feelings and senses you wanted to share with the viewers?
Happiness and joy through melancholy and darkness. Yeah, I think this is in a way the most uplifting album that we have done to this day. It still has the dark punch, it still has the nightmares, but the overall atmosphere and the message is on the bright side this time. This is a fictional story. I love my dad, we are in really good relations, we have never had anything like this. And actually when my father saw the film, he came to me like, what's going on there? Do you really think, what, am I like that, what? And I really felt bad about it. Yeah, because he took it a bit more personally than it was intended. There's absolutely nothing personal between the daughter-father relationship to my own life. We just wanted to make a film that looks like us. We wanted to tell a certain story without really thinking or without really aiming it at any particular audience. I would like to think that even people who are not into our music would find this nice. have an open mind and go see what we came up this time. I think you really might enjoy it, what you see.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hutton.
Thanks for the support.
Thank you. Thanks. Mr. Hietala, welcome to Russia, welcome to Moscow, and thank you for this interview to Kinopoisk.
Thank you. Spasibo. Yeah, the actual brainstorming about this idea of having 12 short movies or music videos happened already a while back. So we had some really weird ideas flying around in some tour bus already for that. But then when he said about this Stobe's idea that why don't shoot a full movie, it was like, okay. So I have to see about some raw script, some concept pictures, and when I did, I was like, okay, this seems interesting. And then I had to kind of make up my mind, and the defining point to me was that, okay, we know the right people for this, and we also have chance to pull out the finances and ourselves and get something from here and there and all that. So if we don't do this now, we're gonna regret it ever after. So it's better that we will do it, or we'll take the risk no matter what happens. And I'm pleased with the collective willpower that we had in order to pull it through and make it happen. That is really great thing about this thing. On the album there is definitely some parts of the musical ideas, the whole arranging process we did with the band, and then of course those songs end up quite different on the album, but without that input from everybody, I guess it would be different. Also, when we were seeing the raw versions of the film, there were definitely places where, okay, I think that line of speech is a bit cheesy. I would like for that to be cut out and all that, and maybe a little bit more of the musical background in this place and all that. So, in that way, it is a collaborative process. But of course, well, the main thing probably lies with Stobe and Tuomas still. But we all had our input in some places.
Could you talk about a little bit about the album Imaginaerum?
Yeah.
How does it collocate with the film? From your point of view, does the film expresses the music?
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, the first idea, of course, was that they would really go hand in hand. But then both things, as matters processed, started to have a life of their own. So you can basically have the album, listen to it as a musical piece. You can go to a movie and watch out the whole thing without ever hearing one song from us. And so in that way, they also have a life of their own. Of course, they're tied, like inbred cousins from a small village or something like that. They're related closely, but you can still also see that they have really a life of their own. I'd say there are a lot more worse ways to spend your couple of hours with. So go on and see. Have an open mind and check out if you see the particular kind of darkness that we like to present.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for this interview.